The Stoic and the Philosopher-Investor, a timeless conversation between Marcus Aurelius and Naval Ravikant. Throughout history, there have been a few rare individuals who have truly mastered the art of thinking, those who understood that happiness, peace, and success are not external achievements but internal states of mind. One of those individuals was Marcus Aurelius, the Roman Emperor and Stoic philosopher, and another in modern times is Naval Ravikant, an entrepreneur, angel investor, and deep thinker on wealth, happiness, and personal freedom. What if these two great minds could sit down for a conversation? What if they could exchange ideas, not as men separated by centuries, but as two thinkers reflecting on what truly matters? This is that conversation. Welcome to The Stoic and the Philosopher-Investor, a timeless dialogue between Marcus Aurelius and Naval Ravikant.
Marcus, it's incredible to finally have this conversation with you. I've always said that meditations was life-changing for me. It was the diary of the most powerful man in the world at the time. Yet you were writing to yourself about the same struggles that every human being faces. You weren't writing for fame. You weren't writing to be admired. You were just trying to be a better person. That, to me, is the greatest example of what power really is.
Naval, power means little if it does not first govern the mind. Many believe that wealth, authority, or admiration will bring them peace, but I have seen the opposite. Power amplifies all struggles. If you have not disciplined your thoughts, no amount of success will save you from suffering.
That's so true. People chase money, fame, and influence thinking it'll solve their problems. But really, if you aren't at peace with yourself now, you won't be when you have more. More amplifies what's already inside you. If you're anxious with little, you'll be anxious with a lot. If you're at peace with little, you'll be at peace with a lot.
Yes. That is why I wrote so much about controlling the mind. When I ruled Rome, there were wars, betrayals, and plagues. The empire was constantly in turmoil. Yet every night I would return to my thoughts. I would remind myself, this is not within my control. What is within my control is how I respond.
I love that. It's a form of mental discipline. People today think power means controlling others, but real power is controlling yourself, your thoughts, your reactions, your emotions. That's why I meditate, why I take time to reflect. If you can't master your own mind, you'll never be free, no matter how much wealth or success you have.
That is wisdom. You understand that the external world is fleeting, but mastery of the mind is enduring.
One of the things you wrote about that really stuck with me was how meaningless fame is. You said, "Consider how many have died before you, how many will come after you, and how few are even remembered."
Yes, because fame is an illusion. The names of great rulers, generals, and scholars fade into the past like sand in the wind. What good is it to be praised by people who will soon be dust themselves? The wise man seeks not admiration, but integrity.
I wish more people today understood that. So many waste their lives chasing validation on social media, trying to be liked by people they don't even know. They trade their real happiness for temporary approval.
And that is why we must ask ourselves, who are we living for? If you live for others' opinions, you will never be free. If you live for virtue, for truth, for wisdom, then no one can take your peace from you.
There's this quote from you that I think about a lot. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. It's such a powerful mental model.
Yes. When we face hardship, we have two choices: to curse it or to use it as fuel for growth. Every obstacle contains an opportunity, every difficulty, a lesson. A wise man does not complain about hardship. He asks, how can I use this?
That's exactly how I think about entrepreneurship and investing. The best founders, the best investors, they don't see problems as barriers. They see them as stepping stones. They adapt, they grow. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck.
Adaptation is the way of nature. The river does not fight the rocks in its path. It flows around them. The wise man does the same.
Marcus, you talk a lot about mortality and the fleeting nature of time. You said, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. That's so powerful.
Because death is the greatest teacher. When you remember that your time is short, you stop wasting it. You focus on what truly matters.
Yeah, and in modern life, people are constantly living in the future, waiting for happiness, waiting for success. But all we really have is now. If you're not happy with the present moment, you'll never be happy with the future.
Yes, this moment is all we have. To waste it in worry, in anger, in fear, that is the real tragedy. The wise man learns to live fully, to embrace each day as if it were his last.
This conversation reminds us of something important. Wisdom is timeless. The struggles Marcus faced 2,000 years ago are the same struggles we face today. The tools to find peace and fulfillment haven't changed because human nature hasn't changed. So, take a moment to reflect. Are you chasing external validation or focusing on internal mastery? Are you waiting for happiness in the future or living in the present? Are you letting obstacles stop you or are you using them to grow? The Stoics taught that freedom isn't found in success, but in the mind. And when you master your mind, you master life. Thank you for joining us in The Stoic and the Philosopher-Investor. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear these lessons. And remember, happiness is not something you find. It's something you cultivate right here, right now.
This was an AI-generated audiobook short, where we create fascinating conversations between two of the most influential minds in history and today's world. Who would you like to see come together next? Let us know in the comments. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another thought-provoking discussion. Thanks for listening, and remember, great conversations shape great minds. Subscribe for more AI-generated dialogues that bring history and wisdom to life.